Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. As we've been doing the Abyssal Expedition, there's actually a hotfix that just came out. Below is the list of updated changes. Fixed an issue that caused excessive damage to be dealt to the Abyssal Expedition bosses, Kane, Khazard, Asmond, and Goldis by the following heroes: Mahira, Gorvo, Solis, Thorin, Sechana, and Torn. A lot of people were using Mahira, where she was literally doing millions of damage where she shouldn't have been because of this bug. In order to maintain the balance dealt to the boss Screg the Cunning by the heroes mentioned above has not been changed. So they're not going to go back and prorate anything or fix anything. It's just going forward. Simultaneously, damage dealt to boss Screg the Cunning by other heroes have been significantly increased. With this increase, I was doing about 7 to 8 million damage on Screg. I went ahead and attacked Screg one more time. I did almost 28 million damage, so significantly increased is kind of an understatement. I almost tripled to quadrupled my damage on Screg. So I went to having difficulties trying to get through the boss to actually killing the entire boss myself after 2 or 3 attempts, which is kind of crazy with the damage that they're doing. The excessive damage that is currently being dealt to Screg the Cunning will be reverted back to its intended state in the next update, which it just did update a second ago, so I think that was the fix for this one. Number 2, fixed a problem where in some cases quest progression did not complete after completing quests during the Abyssal Expedition, which I had this a lot. You actually have to exit out of it or go out of the expedition and get right back into it to complete the quest, so good fix there. Fixed a problem where in some cases occupation status wouldn't refresh instantly after occupying cities. Again, had problems with that as I've been going through it. Number 4, fixed a problem where some players were unable to chat on the militant channel, which definitely a good fix there because communication is key to this event, especially when it comes to progression. Number 5, fixed a problem where some devices were unable to display the map during the Abyssal Expedition. So all of the problems that we've been working through are fixed, and a lot of the big issues, which was the excessive damage there, have been fixed. So let's go ahead and take a look at the expedition itself now. So as we've been doing our progression here in the Abyssal Expedition, been making some key progress. Like I was just saying a little bit earlier, I just killed Screg, which was actually in this little town that I have myself. As you can see here, the destroyed city. We can go ahead and put one of our legendary heroes in here. That way we can cultivate this little 3 square. But Screg has been defeated here. So we do have to continue our progression into the second part. So if we look into the map, we're actually moving. As you can see, a lot of heroes are actually moving into the 3rd gate. It looks like a lot of people have gotten through the 1st gate. They're at the 2nd gate now as we continue progression up towards this little middle part of the map. So we're going to go ahead and continue our movement through here. Just wanted to do kind of a quick recap. So of our cities, we took the destroyed city there, which is our city number 5. Towns is where we've been focused on, as well as villages, village 3s. So as you're progressing through this, you start at the village 1, then you start taking village 2s, then you go to village 3s. As you are getting further into this, as you can see, the village 2s turn to village 3s. Then the village 3s actually start turning into town 1s and then start turning into town 2s eventually. So as the progression goes, there is a big gap between like town 1 and town 2. Town 1, it says it's absolutely, I believe it says insignificant when I go to attack it. Town 2, it says difficult. So very big gap between the villages and between the towns that I have seen from going through here. So overall with the title, we are still working through this title. We have to occupy 1 tile in the Winged Valley, occupy 10 4-tier settlements, which we're already at Viscount. Viscount lets you move into the second part of the map, which is this little piece up here as we're continuing through. So I did just drop 5 of my settlements. That way, as you can see here, as we go into the town 2, it says difficult. Town 1 says insignificant. Town 2 says difficult, because you do have to fight 2 battles with 2 different heroes. You can't use the same heroes for both battles. It actually has to be 2 separate teams, which the heroes I'm using, of course, my Light Bear team. As you can see, we're sitting here recovering more energy at this time. And then I do use my Arthur Gwen combo team, as well as my movement team, which is my Wilder team in the bottom. As you can see, they've been stockpiling a lot of the recovery because we haven't had much movement at this point, because we have been stockpiling hero essence for the blessed relics, which is what we wanted. So as you can see here, where we're stuck right now, level 3, we're continuing to work on now our elite relics as they continue. Couple more, we still have a couple. So as you're getting some of the free relics, I've been just using them to equip, as long as you have heroes that you're going to be using, as well as saving up our blessed essence to progress our heroes further. Focusing on heroes, the ranger tree and the support tree, which is this one, definitely the priority. And you want to focus on 1 or 2 trees because they are required to increase your rank. So as you're going through the tree and as you're building up the relics, they're required to increase your rank, which the rank is the really big thing, or the title, because as you're getting further, it'll give you more land, it'll give you more relics. Right now, our level relic is capped at 3, and it'll give you more heroes, so you can push progression through here because the battles do get more and more difficult. But over time, as you're accumulating more blessed relics, it makes a very, very big difference, and helped a ton today when they went ahead and did the patch. So it's going to be not as difficult to get through some of these towns or some of these bosses as they went ahead and nerfed some of them. Also with the blessed relics, as you can see here for my warrior tree or the might tree, I don't have any heroes that are in this campaign, and that is by design. The only one I might use in here is Nara. She is 5 stars, but I'm not going to put her in here, and I'm going to keep her out of the teams because this tree we're not focusing on. Tank tree we're building up little by little because I do have, as you can see, we have Arthur in there, we have Grez, who is part of our movement team, and we have Lucius, which is our main team. Ranger tree, again, by design, we put all of our rangers in there. Same with support. Support is almost fully maxed out, minus Rain and Aziz. Making sure that you're building your team on the relics you're developing is very important to continue your progress through here. Same with the casters. As you can see, I only have Belinda. She is part of my main DPS team, which is why I popped her in here. Shamira is also pretty good, so is Sophia, but the rest of the heroes were focused on the ranger tree and the support tree at this time, and focusing on the relics within those trees. So as we continue progression, like I said, we're stuck here at Town 2. If I could defeat one of these, which all of the heroes here, as you can see, have level 4 relics, makes it very, very difficult because of the enemy power. So when I'm going to be able to defeat it, might be another couple hours. Probably by the middle of the day, I should be able to defeat the Town 2s, as long as I continue to increase the essence that I'm getting and increase the blessed relics. If you look at the blessed relics themselves, we'll go ahead and we'll combine one of these. It adds a absolute insane amount of stats. 250,000 hit points, 20,000 more attack, as well as crit. We do have the crit amplification, so it makes the crit stronger. We do have critical resistance as well as insight. So you can go ahead and read through all those, but they are very, very vital to have, because if you've noticed a lot of the battles, it'll say resisted. I see it a lot when I was going through some of the other accounts, get a lot of resisted, and that's where the crit resistance comes from, and the crit amplification comes from as you're developing the heroes. Right now, we are looking to max out the support tree. As you can see here, 374,000 attack, 112,000 defense, because with the trees, they do give you bonus abilities. Heroes receiving this ability are able to mitigate 10% of the damage they receive from backline enemies, which is absolutely phenomenal for support classes. Clarity increases the insight bonus of heroes receiving this blessing by 25 when their health is above 75%. And the third one, which the level 5 skills are very, very powerful, reduces the amount of damage that is dealt to one ally located directly above the hero, which is receiving this blessing, by 8%, and increases their damage output by 8%. So boosting the damage, especially because all of the blessing relics in here are just absolutely supercharged with the stats. So at this point, we are just going to go ahead and sit and wait for more essence before we can do some more progression, because I'm stuck right now with Town 1s that I'm stuck with. So we'll go through and we're actually going to try to take one of the Town 2s, but making sure that you have all of these Town 1s. See, all of these Town 2s are empty just because we're not strong enough to take them, and most of the guildies are not strong enough to take them either. but making sure that the amount of settlements that you have, that you are focused on having 30 of 30 settlements full, because hourly essence will increase. So whether it's taking another town 1 or taking a village 3, making sure your settlements are 100% full, 30 of 30 at all times, because it'll make an absolute difference with the amount of blessed relics that you can produce. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of the new event. I think it is very, very cool. Definitely a change. I hope they keep this on rotation. Adding more to it, adding possibly more relics, maybe more lands, maybe changing up the dynamic a little with having 70 players in here. Very cool to see. But again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.